Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button to look forward to videos every week from me. In today's video, I have this makeup look for you guys. I absolutely love it. I am using some new lashes from Salon Perfect, which I am literally obsessed with. They are the 615s. You guys will see them in the video. I don't know why I'm explaining it to you, but I think that this look is super duper great for like a holiday party, or if you have like a fancier Christmas gathering or something like that. I think this is perfect. It's not too much, but it's still a little oomph, a little something something going on. I absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoy it too, and if you do, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so that I know and I can do more makeup tutorials for you guys. I am also so sorry that I've been gone for so long. Finals kicked my butt this semester, and school always comes first for me. I hope you guys understand that. I love YouTube so much, but I do have to get my degree, and I do have to do well on my exams, and I know that a lot of you guys are in school and you completely understand. So thank you guys so much for being here and supporting me. I love each and every one of you so much. So without further ado, if you want to see how I achieved this makeup look, then you know what to do. Alright guys, so starting off, I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydrating Primer. I really like this primer. This was my first time using it. I did get it in one of my Ipsy bags, and I really wanted to try this out because my skin has been so dry recently. It's been wild, but this really did help not cling to my dry patches, and it really was kind of more like a moisturizer than a primer, and I really liked it because it did like fill in my pores and stuff, so it was really nice. Done blending that in, I went ahead and took my Maybelline Dewy and Smooth foundation. I forgot how much I love this foundation. I always go back to it in the winter time. It just leaves your skin super duper smooth looking, as the title says, but I really just like the way it makes my skin look. I of course put a ton of powder on, so it doesn't really keep the dewy finish, but I really just love the way it makes my skin look in the winter time. Then I just went ahead and took the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I just applied that under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my forehead. And I just blended that in using my damp Real Technique sponge. I love this concealer. It is so like much coverage, but such a light formula. It's really amazing. I've been using this I think since like high school. I used to use it as a foundation, which is wild to think about now. Look at how much we've grown. Praise the Lord. But once again, I'm just going to blend that on top of my eyelids as well, just to make a like homemade eyelid primer instead of actually using a primer. Once again, I'm just blending that out with my Real Technique sponge, making sure that everything is nice and blended. To bake that, I'm going to be taking my NYC Smooth Skin Powder, which of course, if you've been on my channel for a while, you would know that I am obsessed with this powder. I've been using it since the beginning of my videos. It's $3. You need it in your life. Thank me later. So I'm just applying that under my eyes, and I'm just going to bake my under eye. I find that doing this in the winter time really helps my eyeshadow and not my eyeshadow, my concealer, I'm sorry guys, stay put so that it doesn't move throughout the day. I'm also taking a little bit of that powder and applying it to my eyelids to set them. Then I'm just going in with the NYC Sun and Bronze bronzer, and I'm just rocking that back and forth in my crease. I cut out how much I blended this, guys, because I was sitting here for a good at least like 5 minutes blending out this eyeshadow, which is wild, so I didn't put you guys through that torture, but I did blend for quite some time. My wrist was hurting, but I really wanted this look to be blown out and really smoky and pretty nice for the holidays, so I just wanted to make sure that I let you guys know that I blended it quite a bit. So you can use windshield wiper motions, circular motions, whatever you guys prefer, and I just blended that into my crease like so. Once I was done with that, I took this Morphe 350 palette and I took that dark brown shade and just applied that into my crease below where I put that bronzer shade. You don't want to go above where we put the bronzer shade because you want it to look like a transition from darker to lighter so that everything blends gradually. As you can see here, I'm just rocking that in my crease as well. Take your time with this. I was here for quite some time just rocking this back and forth in my crease. If you want your eyeshadow to be blended, it does take time, girl, so you know, you guys sit there for a hot minute. Once I was done blending that dark shadow, I did go ahead and blend it out with a little bit more bronzer. Then taking this gold kind of silvery shade from the Morphe 350, I really love the way this shade came out on the lid. It's so beautiful. It's definitely not something that I would usually go for, but at first I didn't wet my brush because I thought that the shadow would be okay on its own, but I did want this to be a little sparkly and a little bit more vampy because it is the holidays. You can build it up to the opacity that you want. You don't have to do too much or too little. It is totally up to you. And I just blended that on my eyelid, and I did dampen my brush with some of my Hard Candy Hydrating Primer Spray, but you can use eye drops or water or whatever you have available. To blend that, I'm just taking the same brush that we used that darker shade on to blend out the harsh lines because I didn't want this look to be a cut crease. I just wanted everything to be super blown out and smoky. Now just taking this darker brown from the Morphe 350, I'm going to blend that on my outer corner. Now you don't have to do this. If the look was dark enough for you without this color, you can definitely skip this step. I just wanted this look to be super dark and, you know, really holiday appropriate. So I just went ahead and darkened my outer corner using a brush and just blending that into the color that we had in the crease, as well as not blending it into that bronzer shade, but just making sure that everything is super blown out and blended. Off camera, I went ahead and put on these lashes, which I am obsessed with, and I applied some mascara and some top liner to blend the lashes. I love doing this just so that everything looks coherent. Going ahead and taking this Rimmel Eye Kohl in black, I'm just putting that on my lower lash line just because I wanted this look to be really smoky. I usually don't line my bottom waterline when doing looks. But then I'm just taking that same dark brown shade that we put in the outer corner and I'm just rimming my eyes with it. I'm using a definer brush just to smoke out my lower lash line. You can smoke it out as little or as much as you want. I didn't go too crazy because I didn't want it to be like I had a black eye. So I just went ahead and did a little bit of blending out with the eyeshadow and the eyeliner. Going ahead in my Lorac Pro 1 palette, I'm going to take the shade Nude and highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. I think that this just totally pulled the look together. I think that this color in the inner corner really brings out the silver tones in that shadow that we had on the lids, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I did go ahead and highlight my brow bone with this color as well, just to make sure that everything was coherent, and sometimes I do like to put the same highlighter that I use on my eyes on my face, but I didn't do that today, but you totally could. This shadow is a beautiful highlight. I just went ahead back in with that first brush we used with the bronzer color and blended everything out so that it was nice and even and blended. Now I'm going ahead and dusting away that bake. Because we did use darker colors, any of the darker shadow that did have fallout, I'm brushing away with that brush as well. So baking under your eyes before you do your eyeshadow is a really great tip if you don't want to use tape or anything like that to sharpen your crease, or you don't want to do your foundation before your makeup. Once I was done with that, I went ahead and bronzed up my face using the same bronzer used on the eyes, just carving out my cheekbones. I felt like my face looked pretty flat before, so I'm not doing really hard contouring. I am bronzing my face, but making sure not to go below my cheekbone. I also went ahead and took this up on my forehead just to make everything even, and I also put a little bit on my jawline just so that my face was bronzed as much as my neck, because sometimes you can look a little off, so make sure that you girls do that. Now just taking this Colormates Blush, which I got from the dollar store. I'm absolutely in love with this color. It's just like the perfect flush of pink on your cheeks, and it looks like you just got like a little cold in the winter air or something. I absolutely love it, and for $1 you can't beat it. I'm using my Real Techniques brush to blend that out. Now just taking this Hikari, it technically is a bronzer, but it's way too shimmery for me to be a bronzer, as well as being too light. So I just used this as a highlight today, and I absolutely loved it. It's so beautiful. This is also in one of my Ipsy Glam bags, and I just decided to pick it up and try it out today, and I am loving it. It's a really golden highlight, which I think goes well with my yellow undertone, so I absolutely loved that. And now just going in and seeing what lip color I wanted to wear. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go for like a really like holiday red, or go for like a deep pink, or even like a deep red. So I took this Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Frickin' Frack. I love the Colourpop lippies. My friend Liz, shout out to you Liz, got me hooked on them when she ordered them. So I absolutely am obsessed with the color and the pigment, and they stay on forever. They're amazing. So I definitely recommend them for the holidays if you're going to be kissing under the mistletoe or something. But once you're done with the lips, you are done with this look, ladies. I love this look. I hope you guys do too. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up so that I know. And I will talk to you in my next video very soon. Love you, girls. Bye.